Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2019 anime episode review. This time I'm talking about episode 21, so let's get to it. So episode 21 begins with the egg that we saw in the preview. It's at the Pokemon Center hooked to a machine because it refuses to hatch. The episode then cuts to the Sakuragi Institute where Professor Sakuragi is conveniently talking about Pokemon eggs. He mentions that Professor Elm was the first person to discover the existence of Pokemon eggs. This is a nice reference to the games because Professor Elm is the original professor of Generation 2, the generation that introduced Pokemon breeding, though I think he is also canonically the one who discovered them in game. Goh decides to search for a Pokemon egg because he has never seen one, so Ash and Goh head out to begin their search. The first thing they run into is an Execute, which Go mistakes for an actual Pokemon egg at first. But in typical Go fashion, he catches the Execute with no questions asked. Immediately after this, Ash receives a battle request from a nearby participant of the Pokemon World Championship named Hashiba. This also happened last episode. Ash was minding his own business and he received a battle request. I thought that all of Ash's championship battles would receive an entire episode's worth of focus going by episode 18, but instead it seems we will get several quick one-on-one matches here and there that make the tournament feel more organic. That a battle can happen anytime and anywhere, which is cool, though I would prefer longer battles so that we can see more variety since Ash always uses Pikachu. But going back to the episode, Hashiba uses a Tauros in the battle and his Tauros has the upper hand against Pikachu at first, but as expected, Ash refuses to back down and he fights back. As the intensity of the battle rises, Ash ends up sending out an aura that reaches the mysterious egg at the Pokemon Center. The readings for the egg on the machine spike as a result, which causes Chansey to panic. Pikachu defeats Tauros with a Thunderbolt, increasing Ash's rank once more, though they don't show what it increased to. Pikachu conveniently ends up visibly hurt, so Ash decides to take him to the Pokemon Center. A wave hits Ash, which makes him feel like he's being called by someone. Go references the time with Lugia, but Ash states that this was different, which it is because Lugia actually talked to Ash telepathically. So Hashiba compliments Ash and then he leaves saying that they should battle again someday. Yeah, that's not happening. Ash and Go head to the Pokemon Center. Meanwhile, Chansey had called for Nurse Joy, who was surprised by the egg's reaction. Ash and Go arrive at the Pokemon Center and Nurse Joy treats Pikachu. Ash seems to sense something and this leads him to the egg. Ash asks Nurse Joy the reason for all the wires and Nurse Joy explains that she received the egg from a daycare worker, that it was an egg that originated in the Sinnoh region and that for some reason it has not hatched yet. Ash approaches the egg, which breaks free of its restraints and it rolls towards him. Nurse Joy decides to entrust the egg to Ash since it seemed to react to him. Back at the Sakuragi Institute, Koharu asks Professor Sakuragi if he can tell what Pokemon is inside, but he assures her that you can't tell until it hatches. Go ask, when will the egg hatch? And the answer to that, as provided by Kikuna and Renji, is that for an egg to hatch, it needs to spend a set amount of time with healthy Pokemon. So most trainers decide to walk around with the egg on them. This is again another reference to the games where eggs hatch after a set number of steps that vary based on Pokemon species. Ash tells the egg that they will head for a walk alongside Pikachu. Go exclaims that the egg won't hear him because it's an egg. Professor Sakuragi shares a story that disproves this about a Jigglypuff that loved to sing. It sang for an egg, and when said egg hatched, the Azurill within sang the same song back at Jigglypuff. I wonder, is this a reference to the Jigglypuff from the original series perhaps? Or is it the same Jigglypuff, though it is missing the permanent marker? This revelation has Go introducing itself to the egg, and he also apologizes for thinking it could not listen. And I love Raboot's reaction. It's like, seriously, bro? Ash introduces the egg to Dragonite, who decides to hug it, but Ash tells it to wait until after it hatches so that it doesn't crush it. Dragonite's reaction is like, oh, what can you do? Oh, I know, I would just hug Pikachu instead. What a lovable Pokemon. So nighttime arrives, Ash and Go are asleep, but they wake up because the egg lights up. It was going to hatch. Ash and Go watch in awe as the egg hatches. And what Pokemon is inside the egg? Well, Riolu as expected. Riolu looks to its left at Go, which scared me because of what happened before with Togepi. Ash found the egg, but Togepi chose Misty instead because she was the first thing Togepi saw upon being born. Thankfully, that does not happen again here. Riolu starts looking around like it's searching for something, presumably the source of the aura that it felt before. Ash tries to touch Riolu, wondering what's wrong with it, and Riolu hits Ash with Vacuum Wave. Interesting fact here with Vacuum Wave, Riolu can't naturally learn Vacuum Wave by leveling up, and Vacuum Wave has no TM. Instead, the only way for Riolu to know Vacuum Wave is by having it as an egg move, meaning that it must have a parent that knows the move and can pass it down. In this case, one of the parents should be Hitmonchan since Vacuum Wave is Hitmonchan's signature move. Hitmonchan are always male, so it would have to breed with a female Lucario. This would then produce a Riolu that knows Vacuum Wave. You can also then evolve said Riolu into Lucario and breed it with another Lucario of opposite gender to pass the move to the other Lucario and to further Riolu, I imagine. Basically, it's an unusual move selection, but one that it's possible. Ash tries to comfort Riolu, saying that it is strong even though it was just born, but Riolu jumps out the window and it runs away. Riolu then proceeds to attack every single Pokemon it finds, seemingly trying to prove its strength, but it gets its butt kicked every single time because it's just level 1 after all. Ash and Goh desperately search for it, with Goh exclaiming that it will be hard to find it, but Ash says that he must find it because he felt that Riolu was calling him, that Riolu remained in its egg so long because it was waiting for Ash. Seeing Ash's determination, Goh suggests that they split up so that they can cover more ground. Meanwhile, Riolu continued to battle Pokemon after Pokemon, culminating in it battling an Onix who mopped the floor with poor Riolu. Pikachu hears the commotion and he leads Ash to the side of the battle. Ash and Pikachu arrive just in time to save Riolu. Ash commands Pikachu in battle, and this ignites Ash's aura, so Riolu realizes at last that Ash is the one it was searching for. Riolu then pushes Pikachu out of the way, which reminded me of Ash's Oshawott. Riolu adamantly demands to battle alongside Ash. Ash realizes that Riolu wishes to be stronger, so Ash accepts. Ash calls for Vacuum Wave, and Riolu seems to generate an aura field around itself and Ash. So I wonder, does Riolu have a special ability that grants it more power? I did not mention this in my previous discussion, but I did think of it. Maybe Dusk Form Lycanroc is in the ending theme alongside Riolu's egg because it also hints at Riolu having a special ability, like Lycanroc's red eyes and Greninja's bond phenomenon. This would continue the trend set by Greninja. When I first saw Lycanroc's Rage mode back in the Sun and Moon anime, I immediately thought, hey, Lycanroc is this season's Greninja. It is especially possible considering that Riolu, like Froakie before it, desperately wishes for strength. And Riolu struggled against Onix before, but now Vacuum Wave broke through Onix's Stone Edge effortlessly, and Riolu tackled Onix down, so it's noticeably stronger now after it connected with Ash, though it could be because of Ash's support. But Riolu knocks Onix down and then ruthlessly charges Onix, who simply looks in fear like, oh no, it's serious, better run away. Ash stops Riolu and then congratulates it, saying that it was very cool. Riolu poses confidently, showing that it is prideful, boastful, and that it likes to be complimented on its strength. Riolu stumbles due to its injuries, and Ash offers to carry it to the Pokemon Center, but Riolu refuses the help. It chooses to walk instead, showing again its insane level of pride and that it is very stubborn. At the Pokemon Center, Riolu is healed and Ash offers once again to carry it, but Riolu refuses yet again. Riolu then tells Ash to catch it, and Ash does. Welcome to the team, Riolu. And that's the episode. Overall, it was a great episode. It was already pretty much a foregone conclusion that Ash would catch Riolu, but I am still glad that it happened and I can't wait to see how Riolu develops in the future. Given its thirst for strength, I know that it will aim to battle as much as possible, and it will get stronger every time until eventually it evolves into Lucario. Man, this new series has been crazy so far. Ash has Dragonite, Gengar, and he will have Lucario in the future. If you were to travel back in time to a few years back and you told Pokemon anime fans that Ash will own Dragonite, Gengar, and Lucario in the future, people would think you were crazy, that there was no way in hell that would happen. And yet, here we are. This series just keeps getting better and better, and I can't wait to see what happens next. As always, leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this right away. Thank you very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.